Hey y'all, it's Caressa Brow Artistry. I am the queen of eyebrows for women of color, and I am so happy to be back on camera. Y'all, I've been gone for a long time. I've been gone from YouTube for a very long time, so I'm so happy to be back. So I recorded a demonstration on how to use pencil versus stencil. It wasn't an in-depth tutorial because I didn't want to make it like a full tutorial. I just kind of wanted to show you like what would be better for a beginner. Would it be pencil or stencil? But it wasn't a full tutorial. But before we get into that, please go ahead and press that subscribe button right now. And also press the bell icon so that you can get all of the notifications on my new videos. Also, my social links will be listed below so that you can follow me on Instagram. You can see all the beautiful arches that I create on my clients. And you can also like me on Facebook and every other social media app. So like I said, this is a tutorial on how to do your eyebrows with stencils. When I first started doing my eyebrows, this was years ago, back in 2008, 2009. Y'all, I didn't know what I was doing. The YouTube beauty community, it wasn't as big as it was now. It was like mostly like entertainment videos. It wasn't like really a whole lot of people showing you how to do your makeup, showing you how to do your eyebrows. So the limited videos that they had, you kind of had to just work with what you had. But I'm like, you know what, when I was thinking, I'm like, it has to be another way for me to do my eyebrows. And that's when I started researching and I found stencils. Stencils were so vital to my eyebrow, like the way that I did my eyebrows when I first started. First of all, we used to shave off the end of our we used to shave off the end of our eyebrows and used to make our arch a little higher. That's what we used to do back in the day. And then it got to a point where we shaved off our whole eyebrow and drew them bitches on, but those days are no more. But anyways, before I did that, because I had to learn how to freehand my eyebrows, but before I did that, I was using stencils. I would have people ask me, like, you know, like this one girl, this was years ago, y'all, she was like, what's your secret? How do you get perfect eyebrows? And I'm like, girl, stencils, it ain't no secret, like, at all. So yeah, I use stencils. I swore by stencils. I recommended everybody to use stencils when I first started. Like I said, it's the blueprint. Like, if you don't know how to do your eyebrows, you don't know the shape, it's literally the blueprint. It's so helpful if you don't know what you're doing. So I highly recommend to use stencils if you don't know what you're doing. You want to get a stencil that is as close to your natural eyebrow shape as possible. For my low arch girls, it's a little tricky when it gets there, but you can still find a stencil that, you know, is somewhat of a higher arch, but you really kind of want to stick to something that resembles your natural arch. So I would say choose a stencil that is as close to your eyebrows as possible, but it also isn't that far off from your desired shape, and you can kind of work it, you know, you can work in the middle. You still have to do your own work anyway. So I've never used a stencil where I put the stencil on, I powder it in, and it just come out perfect. It don't work that way. You still kind of, I'll show you in the video, you still kind of have a little bit of tweaking to do, because like I said, this is only laying the foundation for a shape that you want. So you kind of want to play between your eyebrows, the natural shape and the natural arch, and then you want to kind of choose your desired eyebrow arch, like the arch that you want, but it can't be that far off from your actual eyebrow shape, or it's just not gonna look right. Okay, so anyway, this video is great for those of you who you are kind of familiar with your shape. Like when you get them done, you kind of know what it is, but you just don't really know how to fill them in. So this is extremely beginner friendly. I'm pro stencils. If you don't know what you're doing, use a stencil. I mean, or you can go to the mall, let them fill your eyebrows in. You can go somewhere, let a makeup artist do it. But in order to save you 2 hours in the mirror, because when I first started doing my eyebrows, I used to be in the mirror for 2 damn hours, and that's too goddamn long, especially if you are already a late person anyway. You don't want to be doing your eyebrows for a million years. Like it just don't even make sense at that point. As I said, I've been doing my eyebrows for years. It's 2022. I've been doing my eyebrows since 2008, literally I've been doing my eyebrows since 2008. That's a lot. I can't do the math, but them a lot of goddamn years. So I don't want you to look at this video and be like, oh, it's so easy for Caressa to do it. It takes practice. I don't want y'all to be hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is going to just happen. If you just get it like that, that means that I'm a great teacher. But for the most part, it's going to take a lot of practice. So save this video in your favorites, refer back to it over and over until you get more comfortable filling in your own eyebrows, and until you get that perfect shape that every single time you look in the mirror, it's like, God damn, my eyebrows look good. But anyways, y'all, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, I am going to show you how to fill your eyebrows in using stencil. All right, y'all, so you want to start with brushing your eyebrows up. Can y'all see me? Brushing your eyebrows up. Now, what you want to do is you want to get a stencil that is close to your eyebrow shape. What is this? The left? Close to your eyebrow shape, but also like the desired shape that you want. So this is the desired shape that I'm pretty much going for. These are the stick-on stencils. I really don't even like these kind. I like the plastic kind that you just press on and brush it in, but I don't have that. This, you know, this is fine. So this is the stencil I'm going to be using. This is the eyebrow shape. Not the best, but we are going to work with what we got now. So since this is a sticker, we are going to take this off and line it up. So we're going to brush our eyebrows again. Let me pull this mirror up a little bit so I can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, so we are going to brush the eyebrows up, and we are going to line the stencil up with the arch. So this is my arch. I'm going to line the stencil up with my arch. Hope y'all can see it. Let me see. I'm trying to line it up as best I can. I think this might be it. I ain't gonna know until I brush it in. So this is what we got. So I am taking a dark brown powder. This is a little bit darker than what I used. So you want to use an eyebrow powder when you are doing this, Okay, so this right here is a dark brown. I done had this for years. It's been over 10 years. And I don't use the color no more, but you know, for the sake of this tutorial, we're gonna use it like this. So what we did was we lined our eyebrow up with the arch. This arch is lined up with my natural arch. Okay, so that's that. This is like a little blending brush. It's angled. It doesn't have to be angled what you use, but you want it to be fluffy, somewhat fluffy. So I'm going to take this and just kind of poke it in here. Don't put a lot on your brush because ain't no telling how it's gonna come out. Okay, so I'm putting it on. You can kind of see it's not a whole lot, just kind of patting it. All right, so we are going to hold the stencil. If this was a plastic stencil that you just put on your face, this is what you would do anyway. So we are going to line it up, kind of press it down a little bit more, and just color it in. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Color it in. So you want the end of your eyebrow to be a little darker than the beginning, and then you just kind of brush the front. This is good for people who don't know how to fill in their eyebrows. Like my clients, I done did your eyebrows, but you don't know how to fill it in or follow it up. I think stencils is a really, really good idea. Cause it's kind of like foolproof. You can't really go wrong with it. Okay. Now for the big reveal, we're gonna take this off and let's see what we got. Oh, that's not bad. I'm always surprised at these stencils. That is not bad at all. Not bad. So you can keep it like this. As you can tell, it's a little bit, so this is what I do. I kind of blend that out because I don't want that part to be too harsh. Okay, so what I do is I always follow with a pencil. Okay, so this shape isn't bad. It's actually closer to my eyebrow shape than I thought. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, y'all. I'm actually damn surprised. I didn't know it was gonna come out like this. This is good. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're going to do the other eyebrow. Peel it off. I do not like these stickers at all. It got this little thing in the middle. This is not going on your eyebrows, but I just kind of want to show y'all. So this is my eyebrow, and this right here is kind of, if you see, it's kind of going along my eyebrow. It's a little higher than my regular eyebrow, but you see the only thing that's off might be the tail, just by a little bit. So I say that to say you want to get a stencil that's close to your eyebrow, a desired eyebrow shape, which is this. And it don't look bad. It actually look really good. But then you want to get something, you know, the desired eyebrow shape, but something that's not too far from your shape. Okay. We're trying to get them to be even. I know they're not going to be that even, but we're lining this up with the top of my natural arch. All right. We don't want to look cray. We don't want to look cray. All right, y'all. So we're pressing it on our skin. We're gonna see what this look like. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Just kind of coloring it in. Now, either way it go, we'll be finna follow up with pencil. I'm finna show y'all how to use pencil. All right. Color that little bitch in. And let's see what we got. Okay. Better. You can't really tell. I'm trying to see why it's... Can you see? Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess the lighting, you can't tell. This is a little bit closer to my arch than I want it to be. Y'all see the difference? So this created a certain arch. I'm trying to get this arch to be, I might have to do it a little higher. Y'all, don't worry about going in and having to try until you get it good. Let me see something. Okay, yeah. That's as good as that is gonna get probably. And I wipe that part off. You want to have an ombre-like effect because it's more natural. So yeah, this is what we got. I don't too much like the right one. I don't. It's all good. I don't too much like the right eyebrow though. But that is what we got. So that's that. These are the stencils. So with eyebrow stencils, you also want to have knowledge of how to fill your natural eyebrows in. So we are not going to fully freehand because the stencil started us off, but you are going to start with stencils and end with a pencil. It's just like that. It's some people who don't do it this way. It's some people who use powder. I'm a very much eyebrow pencil girl. So this is how I used to do my eyebrows back in the day when I was, you know, when I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I let the stencil start me off, and then I would finish off with the pencil. The stencil started the shape that I wanted, and it's kind of like at that point after that you kind of filling in, you kind of tracing, coloring it in like a coloring book. Okay, so it started us off pretty good. So I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil and I am going to perfect this shape. So this shape is okay, but we want to kind of perfect it. Okay, so I'm taking my eyebrow pencil and I want y'all to watch very closely because this is important. Okay, the stencil can only do but so much. You want to follow up with a pencil. Okay, so we are going to start at the end and then work our way in the beginning. Where my little thing get? Okay, then we're gonna work our way to the front. Okay, so you see the shape that it created. I'm just gonna go right underneath. Two different colors. Let me pull this mirror. Can y'all see this mirror? You can. It's okay. I need for it to be close to my face. Sorry, y'all can kind of see the mirror a little bit. All right. So I'm going to lightly be very, very careful and just kind of go underneath. You are using very light strokes, okay? Go to the top and very lightly just kind of perfect the shape. So it already did a little bit of the job. We just finishing the job, okay? Y'all see what we did? We just going right underneath. We just adding just a little bit. Okay, you don't want to add too much. You're gonna look crazy. Who want to look crazy? Don't nobody want to look crazy. These eyebrows. Okay, and then so what I do is, this is what I do anyway. So I lift my head and I kind of go right underneath. So you want to start out, I should have said this in the beginning, you want to start out with your eyebrows already kind of like arched or waxed, razor, however you do your eyebrows. You kind of want to start off with it being clean already. So I'm gonna go right under here and be very, very light. Can you see what I'm doing? Be very, very light, make a line. All we doing is following the lines. Can y'all see that? Just following the lines. And then we do the same thing to the top. So we're not too much changing the shape. We're just making the shape a little better. All right, so we're gonna fill this in just a little bit. Now these eyebrows are super dark. You wanna brush them out a little bit. All right, y'all see? So we went right underneath and that. And then when you're doing the front, use a very, very, very light hand. Okay? I'm barely touching my damn eyebrow. You see? I'm literally barely touching it. Like all I'm doing is literally tapping with my pencil. Alright. That's that. Can y'all see what we got? Not bad. So we want to brush that out just a little bit. Lightly brush it out. I think I might leave them just dark anyway. You don't want your eyebrows to be this dark. The powder that you choose a powder that is not this dark. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with this for the sake of demonstration. But when you use your own powder, whatever powder that you choose, you don't want it to be this dark. Seriously, I mean, unless that's the look that you go for. Like I said, this is for demonstration purposes, but typically you don't want it to be this dark. So this is how this looks. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer, make it look better. And now we're going to do this eyebrow. Now this eyebrow, we gotta do a little bit more work too. This actually don't look bad at all though. Where that thing get? Oh. All right, y'all. So we are going to do the same to this side. And this side requires more work. All right. So this is actually gonna take a little bit more skill. So just fill that part in a little bit more. It's hard to see this lighting is very bright. Sorry, y'all. It's hard to see. Alright, we're gonna fill in the tails. This didn't really add nothing at all. And it's like that sometimes, but this stencil barely added any color at all. Like it barely did anything. See? It was like super outside my arch line. So you want to get a stencil that's like much closer to your like natural shape. Gonna go to the top. Can you see what I'm doing? Go to the top. Line. But this eyebrow, we just gotta do a little bit more work. It ain't nothing that concealer can't cure. But so we're gonna do what we did with this one. Yeah, so this is gonna be an example of if y'all get a stencil that's completely off. It's not hard to fix, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we go in, we fill in the rest. Don't mind the tail being super thick because we're gonna fix that with concealer. All right, so barely tapping, barely tapping. Barely tapping. Okay. Yeah, at this point we're finna use concealer. We finna make them look similar. Okay. So brush this out. Interesting. All right, so we are going to add concealer. You don't need a whole lot of concealer at all. You don't want a whole lot of concealer. That's too much. All right, and so we are going to take just a little bit of concealer on our brush, just a little bit. It's barely anything on there. All right, and we're gonna go right underneath. Right underneath. Y'all see how we barely, like, so this is for an everyday look. I'm showing y'all an everyday look. After this, I'm gonna put my makeup on, so I'm gonna make my eyebrows up more, but this is for an everyday kind of look. Be very careful. This is how I do my eyebrows. I start at the end and then work my way to the front. All right. So that's that. This is this eyebrow with the stencil. Not bad, not bad. So now we got to get a little ugly to match with this one. So this is this. You can put concealer on the top. I'm not gonna do it because this is a very beginner video. I don't want to confuse nobody, and I don't want y'all looking crazy. If I was to put some at the top, we got to take it step by step. Slow your damn roll, okay? So this is this. We applied the concealer very, very, very gently. Y'all see how we did that? Okay, you can wear that out. Now a little ugly over here. Now we have to get this one to match this one. This is pretty much your standard stencil. This is how your experience is supposed to be. So your experience is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be like the eyebrows line up, like it looks good. All you gotta do is just add a little bit of concealer, fill it in just a little bit, and you're ready to go. This one right here though, if in the event that you get a stencil that you don't really like, but you kind of want to work with it because you may be pressed for time, and it's like, okay, I don't have time to look for a totally different stencil, like I don't have time for that. This is what you want to do. So concealer is gonna do the trick. Concealer is gonna make that thing look like this one, okay? So you want to be very, very careful. You kind of want to go up into it just a little bit more. So I'm going up inside of it. See what I'm doing? You see how concealer is kind of, it's almost like it's erasing. It's erasing it. See? Concealer does wonders, especially if you know how to use it. Like I said, I'm not putting a whole lot on my brush at all. The camera not focusing on, I don't want it to, because it's gonna take too long to focus back on my eyebrows, but just a little bit. It's not a whole lot. I'm going right underneath. I've been doing my eyebrows for a lot of years, so even if you don't get this right away, y'all, it take time. Trust me, this shit takes a while to master. Okay, we're gonna lift right here and go right underneath. I'm gonna try to line these two up. Be very gentle, use a light hand. Use a very light hand. That's how you do that, y'all. It takes practice. They don't look exactly alike, but like I said, the concealer is gonna do most of the job. This is for you girls who accidentally got the wrong stencil. You know, it looked crazy like how it did. If you have to go into some hair and you conceal some hair, that's absolutely fine. Ain't nobody gonna notice it, and if they do, they need to get out your face. Seriously, bag up. So yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna go in and clean a little bit more. My camera about to run out. Clean just a little. Please use a steady hand. A steady hand is like very vital. And that's it, y'all. That's that. All right. Y'all see? One is a little thicker than the other one. But it's okay. Let me see. Yeah, one is definitely thicker than the other one. One is a little higher, but one of my eyebrows is higher than the other one anyway. Just for tutorial sake, I am going to, just for this one, I'm gonna show you how to apply concealer at the top, okay? Be real careful, because I don't even want to show y'all this, okay? Because some of y'all gonna mess yourself up, but I trust y'all. So you want to apply, you want to barely put concealer on your brush. I'm talking about barely. It's on the back of my hand. I'm literally barely touching this. I ain't touching the big part. I'm just touching the part that I done already smudged. So we barely put it on here. Be very careful. And we are going to line this up. So I'm not going to do it to this one. I'm going to do it to this one. I'm going to do it to this one when I do my makeup. But this one, I just kind of want to show y'all. All right. So you go to the top. Hold on. I got to sneeze. Is it going to come out? Oh, my sinuses. All right. So we going to the top. And we are going to lightly line it. Y'all see how y'all barely see concealer? Like you barely see concealer. Hell, that's if you even see it. All right. Very lightly. Be very, very, very light-handed. Y'all see what I'm doing? Can you even see the concealer? So this is how you want it to be, because you can barely see me putting concealer on. All right, so we are aligning, being very gentle, like a little baby. Just kind of lining the top. Take our brush, kind of pivot it a little bit. Put a little bit more concealer. All right, we're gonna pivot just a little bit. Don't go into that. Don't go into the eyebrow, for real, for real. We just pivoting just a little bit. Y'all see that? It's definitely easier said than done. Just kind of blend it out a little bit. I hope that wasn't a waste of time. I hope y'all can see what I did. All right, and that's how we line the top just a little bit. You want it to still look natural. Okay? You barely could tell something on that motherfucker. Okay, y'all see that? Ew, ew. A little bit of concealer at the top. Sculpted to perfection. You don't even need makeup. I can go out like this. It's just my eyebrows really, really dark. But I can go out like this if I wanted to. Okay? So this is this eyebrow. And y'all remember how it started. This eyebrow started like Forrest Gump. Alright? And it ended like Tom Hanks, bitch, the actor. Okay, so that is that. These are your stencil eyebrows. Ew, can y'all see? Bam. Bam. Y'all can kind of see the concealer just a little bit. Very natural. Okay. I believe in y'all. I know y'all got this. This is for my beginners. And that is what we got, ladies. Okay. Please let me know down below if you have any questions on how I achieve this look. I'm happy to answer for you. But that will conclude this tutorial. Okay? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. The finished product is all that matters. Don't nobody gotta know this started out ugly. Somebody can see my eyebrows and be like, girl, Carissa, why your eyebrows so perfect? Bitch, if only you knew. So, yeah. That's that, ladies. I will see you next tutorial. Bye.